This is the last trailer for the Fantastic Four. First step has been officially launched. It's a sign that there's only a few more meals. The film will air at the end of July, when there's too much information about the movie being opened. Gradually, it's like after credit for Thunderbolt, the new Avenger is connected to the Fantastic Four, or the end of the Fantastic Four. There will be a direct connection to Avenger. It's making us even more excited. This will be an important part of Phase 6. In this last trailer, they will continue to reveal information to us. It's interesting or a new perspective for this movie. Let's dig deeper with us. The final trailer for the Fantastic Four. First step in the video. The trailer opened with the scene. I've seen it in previous trailers. Is the studio for the Gibersto test. I also said this in the previous video, that this is going to be kind of a program, popular reality television of the 60s in the US. Specifically, this program will look like the real-life version, Real of Asinovincel, and the stage of the group is now fantastic for our standing. It's kind of like the Bisto stage in its reality show. The novelty here is that there's one more detail. It's a warning device, has appeared. Emergency alert right in on TV. But this dried fruit, it's going to get me hired up to 5. Superman Brothers, the American Power Ranger, is about to transform. So this is a wristwatch-like device. And there's a group logo display. Equipment. Each person will have a different style. It's not synchronized. This is understandable, because the 4 of them will have different powers. This device must also have synchronized features as they use power. It's like their shooter. Right after that, the group of them run straight out the backstage to do their job of protecting the world. In other words, it's a direct cancellation, but at least, I'm sure someone will have to sympathize with them about this. And then there's the recruitment of 2 each volunteer of the group with their specific abilities. More than, the highlight would be Mr. Fantastic, like to play golf. That in the previous trailers had become a point of mystery. For Rick Richard is the only one not showing your ability clearly. Then, this trailer shows it more fully. What's going on is Rick's elastic movements. It looks much smoother and more alive. If you look closely, you will see when we landed, Rick tipped 1 foot out front to touch the ground. Then gravity did. He sucked his whole body down. It creates a slightly elastic bounce that's quite intuitive. Overall, I think this case is pretty good. Same with Invisible Woman. We can also see more about your abilities. When Sue used the force field to repair a part of the phosphate can be broken on the railway, and people admire the Golden Lake. Ben and Johnny. It's the opposite extremes about their attitude to their power. With Johnny, he's quite interested and confidently show off his peak power. Essays of the neighborhood. In the applause of everyone. Johnny also flew across a sea. The advertisement is quite about funny. Sunscreen products. There are also, it is the official title of the Fantasy Sex 4, along with a yellow group symbol on the back. I hope this will be a good product. It's not a group trip. Ben is different. He wears a rather discreet outfit, with a thoughtful gait. Someone on the street tried to talk to me. Ben, say out your mouth. But Ben denies it. And given that, that's not what I really want to say. Even so, the guy said raw from East covering time. As a mockery, Ben also paid you luck and replied that it's only in cartoons, outside of familiar business. Sun Protection Raw, then the Super Quartet. Also licensed for an animated program. Turned them into children's movies. It seems like this quartet moved out of the evil trade business. And then there's Johnny in the air, waving to the audience below. Turn yourself into a flamethrower and fly. It creates the effect of a quartet's logo. It's beautiful that are familiar with their stories. The point here is that there's something behind Johnny. The smoke of a factory. This could be the area, the clean energy complex of the superpower quartet. That is, at this moment, they're going to launch another technology project. Then there's dinner, the group's reunion on Sunday night. What was in the previous trailer? We've also seen more of this. When Ben and Dirty were cooking together. And Johnny's making fun of his brother. When they announced they had a child. In this trailer, that dinner was interrupted. When a fluctuating announcement has occurred. And they're seeing the disaster. When there's a big explosion in the sky. In the trailer, right after this, John Lee flew directly there to assess the situation. Super Celebao server has also appeared, accompanied by announcements. The definitive Waffen scene of a messenger from Galactus. Celebao's voice sounds quite strange. When we will feel it's a voice, it comes from a metal body. It produces a certain degree of yellowness. When Celeba appeared in the square and announced, then the cameras, they all turned towards her and made television live this event. One of the screens, that picture had the title Aliens. Metal appearance. What's interesting is that it's on my left. Film review, Attack of the Fun Guy. It's a devastating movie from the 60s. It's kind of like The Last of Us, when it's related. So this is going to be a reference to the movie. Perot Basket just played gold there. Come here and save the world. The 4 superheroes are also standing on a lid. Huge tribute though. In this scene, it's not clear what it is. But in another behind-the-scenes photo, we can see the manhole cover. This is a tribute to the 4 superheroes. Save the world on August 8th. 8 dates of 1961. The first edition of the Fantastic Four. To be published, it would describe their battle with Giganto. They're also counted as anomalous creatures. Here's the view from outer space. Looking towards the Earth. Above is an alien ship. This is the ship. The tattoo of Galactus is approaching the Earth. Then there's the group scene of the Fantastic Four, wearing a protective suit. Go to this place with the server. With their logo on them. This could be one of the machines that Galactus. It's used to absorb material. Convert it into a form that can be consumed. We see Rick and so on. How to be amazed. When you see. This inner Galactus is waking up. There's something remarkable about Galactus. There's a plate. Round form in front of his chest. This could simply be an adapter. Energy absorption extracted from the ship in the process of transforming the planet for consumption. Or crazy. More. Then it could be the cosmic egg that Galactus incubated. Inside to survive the explosion. The 6th iteration of the universe. So it's likely that Galactus will target baby Franklin to use the WO's power to bend reality. To rebuild a complete universe of the past. And when the server reads out the name of Galactus, the whole group was running like crazy. Try to get out of there. I just read the name man ran away. Such slippers are lost to space. 6 to 6, this movie is kind of weird. It must have been when they realized their terrifying power. What is Galactus? When the server reads out the name Galactus. Her face is a little puckered. And there's sadness in those eyes. It's also showing the mood of the Salabao. That she doesn't want this either. And I'm having to do it reluctantly. We all know, Salabao has become a server. Our mission is to save our planet. But now you're helping him. Destroying the life of a planet. Reaching other emotions. So there's bound to be a vibration in Salabao as well. It's open to a little help for the quartet. There will be another way to avoid this destructive catastrophe. In this branch, we'll see a view of the Galactus. When looking at the companions of Salabao, it's these 4 tiny dots. Then what are you playing for? First year watch to rafters, Sam Wilson with record and Thunderbolt with century. He's shaking his brain. Now, if you add this one, there are 100. Sam's mouth can't hold this hook. In the scene of people heading to the island spacecraft, Ben is carrying. Tony must be too scared to fly and Rick's got an axe. If linked to previous trailers, then this will also be the time of Sue's labor. So maybe Sue was overpowered or Galactus. It makes you unstable. At this stage, the server will be right behind you. Don't let them leave so easily. So Rick was in a hurry. They will also use it in a way, some breakthrough to get out of there. According to the calculations of Rick, they could use a wormhole in that moment to cut the tail. But the fact that they're shooting straight, the other universe is in phase. Whether this is true or not, I'm not sure. When Ben Yell is firmly attached, there are teeth exposed. It looked a little strange, and then the train sped out. Fly away from the Galactus ship. In this view, the ship of Galactus, it looks like a giant cube. It's like the ship of Eterno. It's also a basic form of mass. Not too much. They are as complex in design as they are other species commonly seen. Then a series. They also appeared in the trailers before the quartet returns, and they weren't sure either. What we do can protect people as well. Every time or not. Even though they're the only hope here. The answer caused the crowd to panic. I wanted to ask, but Rick left. Then there's Sue holding Franklin in the middle of the stream. Some people hold up the sign. It says Earth. I believe in you. It's as if Franklin's the solution to saving the world. It will also make them. You have to lose your child. So Rick had to try to find another solution. Not to have to trade your family. In this scene, Rick is looking for other solutions, where a series of equations is not possible. And he erased it. Rick's plan is also partially revealing. In the next episode, when Ben said that, it's not that Rick doesn't just want to crush the enemy, or so. It means there's still a big plan behind it. Then there are the scenes. Group moving by vehicle. My own now. The car will not simply run on the street. It can also fly. Pay close attention, you'll see. There's only one seat in the driver's seat and the back is. The remaining 3 seats as if it's designed to be like a spaceship, miniature. Then the scene. Galactus is walking in the city, with its giant interface. In the previous trailer, then we've also seen the bar gate, at a different angle. This part looks pretty fake. It's like robot scenes, fighting in Superman movies. Is the person in the suit moving around in the model city? So it's not very convincing. Notable point in this paragraph, it's a giant building right next door, FN Tower in France. And look in the distance, you'll also see that there are 2 other devices. It's also sending energy up into the sky. It's like a defensive device, then an energy-sucking device. So we've ruled out the possibility that this is a device for the galaxy. Energy suction. It reminds me of some of your movies. It's about moving the Earth to another star system. So the nature, then this work is also carrying the same meaning. This could be a project that's part of the solution that Rick came up with to save the planet. It could be a device that brings the whole Earth into one wormhole super big giant to make a spectacular disappear in front of you. Galactus, but clearly next, it looks like it's going to go wrong at some stage. There are 2 things that are most recognizable. One is related to energy. There's a series of these. It could leave the Earth without enough energy to move into the final stage, or maybe the galaxy came earlier than expected. And there's almost nothing they can do about it. Then the team will need a more risky plan B. It's that instead of taking the Earth somewhere else, then they'll lure the Galactus too. take them to another universe, and so the new Avengers enough of this. The final impression is the carpentry on the rock. When you're silent, it's an extremely interesting interface, with a thick set of his oil. There have been many such cases in the comics. Even the oil of long silence, they're like the gypsies of the East, was different. So there's nothing strange about the bearded rock, but at Sao Ben grows a beard at this stage. Follow me. It's going to involve an exposure to dilation. Bloom without any time. When you're near a black hole or a wormhole, make Ben to suffer the effects of time more and older, more quickly after this trailer. So we can see that Marvel is making a wise and calculated move when choosing the timeline of the movie. Was in the 60s. Before that, there were movies used the same context thanks to Loki's TVI or WandaVision. It was very successful and won the hearts of the audience. A universe, it also gives a more reasonable answer about the emergence of the super quartet. The trailer cleverly paints a picture of the quartet. They are both superheroes and celebrities. They have their own watch, own logo, TV show advertisement, and there's a cartoon version of Theo. This group is clearly not just fighting to save the world. They will be a global brand. Here's an interesting transfer. Compared to the traditional hero bone motif, the quartet is not burdened by who I am. Should I save the world or not? Like Batman or Doctor Strange. That they're going to treat everything as a technology startup. Launch crisis trial. Communication and development of next projects. In the previous trailers, I was the main character, and I'm not ready to show up. But this time it's clearer. The ability to relax has been shown to be smoother. It's physical. Motivation, but more importantly, expression. It's not just a genius brain. He will be a father. The leader's husband. We're looking for ways to save the Earth. Just protecting my child. This is the emotional focus of the film. Sue has a child. Rick has a headache solving the equation. Johnny makes a fool out of it, or Ben goes looking for his ideal life. It all made me feel Fantastic Four. It's a lying family. It's more than a group of good fighters, but to lie. It makes them more real and special. Especially when you put them in the context of a global catastrophe. Celabo is portrayed by the trailer as both cold and helpless. The voice boomed like an AI with a bit of tragedy. The eyes are clearly understanding. I'm destroying a world. But she's not simply the wrong guy. Galactus is off the table. He doesn't have to explain. Being present is enough to make any. Everyone will be afraid. Mario is slowly opening up a momentum, but the danger comes from the space-blind devil. They're not just good at fighting. Galactus is not a punch-and-punch kind of thing. That would be a fundamental threat to the universe, one whom all the power of man cannot bear. Something that happened in another universe, the possibility of being lost to Space 6A6. Defense projects can move the entire Earth. Or the involvement of the Super Server Galaxy and, maybe Franklin. It's obviously Marvel. We're serious about building a foundation for a macro stage of the secret world. However, there will be some exceptions. I can arrange an early warning. It's CGI Galactus walking down the street more than kids. Not worthy of honor. It's kind of like a 90s robot movie. Some emotional details. Hasn't really touched the depths yet. It's like holding your head a little too fast. If there is no good time, it will become pale. The villain needs more depth. If only Celabo stopped tearing inwardly. There's a lack of motivation to create great drama. Troll. It's a combination of building the world, new character development, and evoking great drama. Marvel is obviously taking it seriously. Take the quartet from the MCU into the central group for the stage. This ambitious transfer. These are also my shares of the final trailer for the Fantastic and First Step. What do you think? Please comment to discuss together. And now, hello. See you in the next videos.